Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the Deep Dives. We're the show where we really get into your source material, find those key insights.
And today's a bit different, isn't it? We're working purely off visual.
That's right. We've got a set of renderings from the Gardenian showing a specific villa garden design sent in by one of you listening.
And our mission really is just using these images, these pictures, to understand the design itself.
Yeah, like what choices did they make? How is the space supposed to be used?
And, what makes it visually interesting or notable, just based on what we can see. No text, no notes.
Exactly, pure observation. Okay, let's dive right in. So those overhead shots first. What's the immediate feeling?
Well, for me, it's how it's clearly divided up. It's not just, one big lawn.
Right, it feels very intentional. You can see distinct zones.
Yeah, and the ground materials are doing a lot of that work. You've got the swimming pool area, obviously.
Big focal point.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's surrounded by quite a lot of wooden decking.
Yeah, that wood stands out. It gives it a certain warmth, I think. Different from just paving.
Absolutely. And then moving away from that, there's a pretty big area of just, grass, a lawn.
Standard lawn space. But then there's this other really striking part, this white area.
Right. It looks like maybe white gravel. Creates a totally different texture. And it seems to lead towards the house.
And part of that white area is actually set in the lawn, like a separate pad.
Yes, a distinct white paved pad. Very defined shape, right there on the grass. Interesting choice.
And I think I saw some brown gravel too, near an entrance.
Yeah, another texture, another color contrast against the white and the green. So you've got wood, white gravel, brown gravel, paving stones like that pad and maybe some steps, and then the grass.
So they're really using the ground itself, the materials, to signal different zones, like outdoor room.
Exactly. It's a classic landscape design technique, right? Define the space, suggest the function. Soft grass for play, maybe. Stable deck for lounging.
Okay, let's zoom in on that pool area.
Yeah.
Decent sized pool, looks like rectangular.
Pretty standard for a villa garden, yeah. Looks like it has integrated steps. It's clearly meant to be the relaxation hub.
And that wooden deck isn't just a thin border, is it? It looks quite wide.
No, it's significant. Plenty of space for furniture. You can see the lounge chairs in the renderings, an umbrella too.
So lots of lounging space connected right to the water.
Precisely. And did you notice that thing near the edge of the deck?
The wooden structure. Looks like an outdoor shower.
I think so. Wooden slats, simple design, and the placement is perfect right there for hopping out of the pool.
Super convenient. Rinse off before, rinse off after. Practical.
And the images show people actually swimming, lounging. It really drives home that this area is all about leisure.
Okay, so pool zone, sorted. Now, moving away from that, you mentioned the big lawn. Seems obvious, open space.
Right, general activity space.
But that white pad in the lawn, that feels more specific. What's that about?
It does feel specific. It's this hard, flat surface in the middle of the soft grass. And the visuals give us clues.
What do they show?
Well, one rendering has someone doing like a yoga pose on it.
Ah, okay, so exercise. Needs a stable base.
Exactly. And another shot shows people playing ball on the lawn around it. So maybe the lawn's for running around, ball games, that sort of thing.
And the pad is for stuff that needs a firm footing. Yoga, maybe setting up some chairs temporarily.
It could be. It just adds this defined spot within the bigger green area.
Yeah.
Purposeful.
Okay, so active uses are covered.
Yeah.
Then moving closer to the house, that white gravel area we mentioned,
Right.
that seems to lead to the main social bit.
Yes, exactly. That's where you see the outdoor dining table and chairs set up.
Clearly for meals, for gathering.
Yeah. The gravel provides a stable enough base for the furniture. And right next to that,
Don't tell me. An outdoor kitchen.
looks like it, you can spot a sink and what seems to be a built-in grill.
Perfect. So cooking and dining are right beside each other. Makes entertaining easy.
And again, the visuals show people sitting at the table. It confirms the function. It's designed for eating outside, for having people over.
So you've got these different outdoor rooms almost. Pool room, lawn room, dining room.
Kind of, yeah. Each with its own feel and purpose.
Let's talk planting. The vertical stuff, those tall palm trees really make an impact.
They do. Define the edge of the property, add height, suggest a certain climate. probably warm.
And privacy too, maybe?
Definitely helps with that.
I know.
And they stand out against the flatter areas.
I also saw some trees with really bright orange flowers. They sort of pop against all the green and the hard surfaces.
Yeah, adding splashes of color. And then there are various shrubs, smaller plants in beds, filling things in.
Softening the edges of the deck and paths.
Exactly, adding texture, more color. And some shrubs might help subtly divide spaces too. Oh, and those wooden planters.
Right. With the tall grasses in them.
Near there.
Cool.
Yeah, adds another layer of texture and some vertical interest in specific spots.
And there are other details too, right? Like a basketball hoop.
Yeah, saw that in an overhead view tucked near the house.
And you can see the fence line clearly marking the boundary. And external stairs going up somewhere.
Looks like stairs up to a balcony on the house itself. All these little things build the picture of a space that's actually used.
So it's not just decorative planting and paving.
Not at all. It's how all these pieces, the ground materials, the zones, the pool, the pad, the dining, the kitchen, the plants, they all work together.
To create something really functional.
Highly functional, yeah. And quite multisensory too, with the different textures and plants.
It really feels like an extension of the house, not just a backyard. A proper outdoor living space.
Absolutely. The design supports so many different activities. You can relax, swim, exercise, eat, entertain, play.
All in the same garden, but in their own dedicated spots.
Which ties back beautifully to that phrase in their logo. What was it?
Garden is where life blooms.
Right. And this design really shows that. It provides the setting for different parts of life to actually happen outside. It's meant to be lived in.
And it's amazing how much we could sort of piece together just from looking carefully at the pictures.
It really is. The materials, the layout, the little details in the renderings showing people, they tell a story.
It shows the power of good visual communication and design, I suppose. Every choice matters.
Yeah, from the type of gravel they picked to where they put that outdoor shower, it all adds up.
So, to recap, we've looked at this villa garden, broken down its zones, pool, lawn, dining, etc., examined the features, the landscaping.
And seeing how it all creates this really versatile outdoor lifestyle space. A great example of integrating function and aesthetics.
Okay, so thinking about all these different uses packed into one garden, here's a final thought for you listening. Consider that mix of activities shown: swimming, working out, dining, relaxing, cooking outdoors. Which specific combination of those, maybe 2 or 3, feels most vital to you in a home garden? And what does prioritizing that particular mix say about what you value most in outdoor living?